Whereas Rahul Gandhi says power is poison. I think that is the fundamental difference. Rahul Gandhi says power is poison.
Rahul made a very good point. An ideological party, BJP claims to be an ideological party, but is a party of power. The Congress claims to be a party of power, but is now under Rahul Gandhi trying to become a party of ideology. You know, that I want people who are going to fight the RSS, come what may. So you've got a remarkable shift where the BJP wants to be the party of power.
But Rajdeep, there's a very big difference. Yeah, everybody knows what the BJP's ideology is. Half the congressmen don't know what the Congress's ideology is. They don't agree on the same ideology.
Rahul,
so that's the reality.
Let's also admit Congress does not have ED.
Sorry?
Can I Congress does not have ED.
Sure, the ED is a factor which we will discuss, of course, but that's a separate factor.
One small point about TDP. See, even in 1999 and in 2014, TDP only came to power when it aligned with BJP. So TDP never
That's
came
the point
to power
I was trying to make.
So TDP has never won on its own.
That's a very remarkable point, Rahul. Thanks for putting it, because in 1998 election, in the undivided Andhra Pradesh, BJP on its polled almost 20% votes, which forced TDP to join hands with BJP, and he swept again in 1999. So he made a very remarkable point.
But can I make a distinction? Can I make a distinction between Chandrababu Naidu and NTR? NTR had the power to win on his own. Chandrababu Naidu, when he took over the party, was not able to do that. That's the difference. Chandrababu Naidu has needed an ally. NTR did not need allies.
That's true. But every time he has won, he has come along with the alliance of the BJP.
TDP 2 months ago was thinking of joining the India Bloc alliance. After the 3-0 drubbing, it has again changed its mind. So the regional parties, Hawa Kidhar Beh Rahi Hai, are very cognizant of this.
And there's another little piece of trivia, Rahul. There are two wings of Prashant Kishore's IPAC. One wing is with Chandrababu Naidu, and the other wing is with Jagan Mohan Reddy. And a few weeks ago, Prashant Kishore was allegedly on a flight with Chandrababu Naidu or his son, and all speculation sort of arose in Andhra. Is he going to now align with Chandrababu Naidu? He says he's not. But if these numbers are true, he clearly knows who's on the winning side.
Jagan didn't give the NOC.
But are you surprised with these numbers? Are you surprised at all with these numbers, Sanjay Kumar?
No, about Andhra, we are all discussing TDP and YSRCP. But we are not discussing Janasena. I think Janasena is very important. If you just pull out Janasena from the TDP
How much
alliance,
is the Janasena vote?
It's roughly about 4.5%. But if you pull out Janasena from the TDP, then Jagan Mohan Reddy is back in the game. That is so sure. And
it is a situation like Bihar. Nitish Kumar at the center. There are two other players. You know, like RJD and BJP on one side. Whichever side Nitish Kumar goes, that party gets.
But it's fascinating. It is a fascinating verdict.
I want to go across now to Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu is the one state where the UPA or the India alliance, at least at this moment on the surface, looks settled. The turbulence is on the NDA side because the AIDMK and the BJP are now separate just at this moment, and this game is changing so fast that I don't want to end up saying something which makes us look silly a few weeks down when people look back, because that's the way everything we're saying is just commentary at this moment. Things, of course, can change. So here is Tamil Nadu. I'll start with the vote share numbers first. So the NDA projected to be 15% vote share. The India Alliance from 53 to 47. This is largely the DMK and the Congress and some of their smaller allies. Now you've got the AIDMK in the others, which is now expected, the others together are expected to be 38%. Let's look at seats. Yes?
Also, then a lot many smaller groups are there who are not yet aligned. So we do not know which side will they be in. So a lot of this AIADMK on its own is hardly about 30% at this point of time.
So 8% are the others, 30% is the AIDMK. Okay, here is the conversion into seats. Now again, the second state where there is some good news for the opposition alliance, because like in Telangana, this time of course is the India Alliance. They had 38 seats the last time, expected to go up to 39 this time. The BJP, while it may gain vote share, not expected to win seats in Tamil Nadu, and the AIDMK had just one seat, that too could come down to 0. So Tamil Nadu looking strong. Does the DMK stay fully with the Congress, or could there be a twist in the tail there also?
I think, Rahul, I'll be very surprised given the statements that Stalin has made at the moment that he will also switch sides. There's the ED factor that our friend Rashid Kidwai mentioned. Yes, there are a number of DMK ministers under the ED scanner. But I find it difficult to believe that it will happen before the election. What happens post-elections, we don't know. If the Congress completely collapses, many of these allies of the Congress today could go in different directions. But I think there's a general sense, and the poll may well bear it out, Yashwant, that this is the one state where the Prime Minister's popularity is much less than it is nationally, even though he's made the effort repeatedly to go to Tamil Nadu, to identify himself with Tamil culture, the Bengal, when the new parliament was inaugurated. So the BJP, as always, continues to see Tamil Nadu as this sort of bridge too far, which they want to one day conquer. But
now look at the effort he makes with the Kashi Tamil Sangam.
Yeah, but my sense is the AIDMK's collapse over the years has only consolidated the DMK and has put the BJP in a difficult position. Do we try and occupy the opposition space, or do we tie up with the DMK?
Yes, either ways, you know, the vote share increase is not going to result in the seat conversion. So
is there a vote share increase substantially?
Yeah, it's a vote share increase substantially. It could be further because, as I said, many of those smaller splinter parties might still go this way, that way, or the ND way. We do not know.
No, is the BJP gaining or is the AIDMK gaining this plus 3%?
It's the BJP gaining. AIADMK is not is going down and down and down all the way. And by the way, AIADMK is counted in others in this calculation. It's not counted in the NDA vote share for that. Yeah.
No, but
so you're saying a 15%. Just a minute. You're saying a 15% vote share is principally a BJP vote share?
And the other perceived alliance partners of the BJP, and that's not a very big number. I tell you why. In 2014, BJP actually contested with his alliance all alone, not being part of AIADMK or DMK, and they polled 18%, which is a decent enough number. But that vote share, just like Kerala, as I mentioned, BJP almost touches approximately 20% in Kerala.
In Lok Sabha.
But in Lok Sabha, but 0 seats. It doesn't really matter. 3 states where Prime Minister Modi has actually bent over backwards, I would say, in order to accommodate the political sentiment, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Punjab. The gap is reducing. They are having a growth of organic level, I would say, but unlikely to convert into seats.
Rahul, is there any possibility there's a buzz that the Prime Minister could contest from Kanyakumari as a second seat?
No, so
there's a buzz that, you know, he wants to bridge the north-south divide himself. 1 seat in the north, 1 seat in the south. Possible?
You know, but Rahul Gandhi also showed some sense of weakness when he picked Wayanad. The Prime Minister may not wish to go only for the reason that if this north-south divide picks up and for some reason they end up on a shaky ground, you don't want to expose the man who's supposed to be invincible to any form of threat. Therefore, will they take that risk? No, they will go all out to shore up their fortunes in Tamil Nadu. Remember, the BJP is the only party at this moment which has a 20-30-year horizon on things. When I speak to top BJP leaders about, say, the strategy for Tamil Nadu, or say, why don't you just patch up with the AIDMK at this moment, it might make it easier. They're saying, you know, we want to end Dravidian politics, not just about coming to power at this moment, it's also about a larger political, social, ideological fight where we want to integrate the country. I mean, at least they're talking that language and then pushing in that direction. Right. Oh, now, like the Chinese have a 20-30-year horizon, the Congress doesn't even know what they're doing tomorrow.
Raj, where do you therefore see the DMK being? You know, if these numbers hold, the DMK will presumably be, if not the second largest party, certainly the third largest party once again. Does the DMK remain where it is with all the ED pressures that we speak about? Other allies are slowly drifting away from the India alliance? Or is there, you believe, a chemistry with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress that Stalin intends to cement?
I think you have to look at what he gains. If it's only the ED that is putting pressure and how deep that pressure is, one has to look at. But
funding?
Yeah, but fundamentally, Tamil Nadu doesn't believe in this one nation, one party, one nation, one language. So there's been that protest going on from the 60s. The more the BJP tries to emphasize all these things, and let's not forget, Prime Minister Modi had, you know, as part of the temple run, went right down to Tamil Nadu and did 2 temples out there to assure them that, look, we care as much not just of the Ram Mandir, but all your tradition and culture. So at the moment, I don't find a reason why Stalin should be switching unless there's some inside information.
No, also given the comments that Udaynidhi Stalin has made about Sanatan Dharma, I presume the BJP can't be then seen to be embracing them right away.
Yeah, and the Tamil culture and the fact that anti-Brahmanism had ruled for, and continues to in many senses, it's going to be difficult for the BJP. It'll get this 10-15%. Mr. Modi's popularity is there, and we need to see that.
Okay, let's turn then to the final state in our southern sojourn, which is the lovely state of Kerala that often marches to its own beat. Take a look first at vote share. If elections are held in 2024, what happens in Kerala is the UDF, that's the Congress-led front, 46% vote share, LDF 32%, 14% back, NDA 17, others 5. How is this translating into seats? Well, it's virtually a repeat of 2019. Once again, a clear sweep for the Congress-led UDF. The best news for the Congress so far, apart from Telangana, is coming from Kerala. 18 to the UDF, just 2 to the LDF. But remember, both are part of the India alliance. So
no, but it's a big change from 2020, Yashwant Deshmukh, where you had the LDF come back to power. Now you've got, for some reason, very clearly in a Lok Sabha context, anti-incumbency against the left and very strong pro-incumbency against the Congress. And if Kerala was India, Rahul Gandhi would be Prime Minister.
Absolutely. If Kerala was India, Rahul Gandhi would have been not only the Prime Minister, he would have been a Prime Minister with Rajiv Gandhi kind of majority. But having said that, I think 2019 numbers also came after a victory of left front in the assembly elections. And so that way, Kerala is a very much split vote. Because they are voting for assembly level separately and Lok Sabha level.
No, but what explains that vote, Rajdeep?
you know, it's very interesting. A few days ago, Kerala left leader told me, why does Rahul Gandhi have to contest from Wayanad? Can't he choose any other part of the country? We are his staunch allies in the India alliance and he's coming to take us on in Wayanad. So I think there again, people...
He looks like a strong force in Kerala.
No, so therefore, you see, the Congress is seen as a national party in Kerala. The left is seen as the regional party of Kerala. Mr. Vijayan is seen as the prominent chief, the #1 neta of Kerala. There may be anti-incumbency brewing against him also after 8 years in power. But I think the main reason is the belief that the Kerala voter sees the Congress as a national alternative to the BJP.
GVL Narasimha Rao is now with us. GVL, the BJP was trying very hard on its own through the RSS to win something in Kerala. Yashwant's data suggests it's a bridge too far for this election.
No, I think we are very confident of winning some seats. I will not say we'll be a big force in this election because Kerala doesn't, election to election, the swing is not more than 2% or 3%. Kerala is a state that moves very slowly. But certainly in this election, we are confident of winning.
And what about Andhra Pradesh, where the Home Minister and Naddaji met both with Chandrababu Naidu, also meeting with Jagan Reddy? What's cooking there?
I think these are political meetings that happen during election time. But certainly, no, I think you won't, until anything is final, I think you will not know.
So you're flirting with both parties essentially?
No, we have got support from both the parties as far as parliamentary strength is concerned. But as far as elections are concerned...
But Naidu betrayed you. Would you take him back?
I think these are decisions that party will take at the highest
You come
level.
from the state, it's your patch.
No, but these are political
calls. That makes it even more difficult for him to come in, because it's his own patch.
Rahul and Rajdeep, you see, there are no emotional decisions here. Political decisions are always based on wisdom, political wisdom and political sagacity. Because you accused me, you made some comment against me, or you called me names in a rally, therefore I will not tie with you. That's college level politics. We are
Can I just take it around this table though to ask that, since we spoke of college level politics and Kerala's strong student movement, how many people on this table believe that Rahul Gandhi made the right decision by choosing Wayanad, or was it escapism? Did Rahul Gandhi escape from the reality of trying to rebuild and revive his party in UP by going to Kerala? Is that a mistake? Or is this a pragmatic decision to stay on in the Lok Sabha? Who wants to go?
I think it was a pragmatic decision, and Rahul is very comfortable. If you see his, even Bharat Jodo Yatra in Kerala, whatever he was doing, talking, indulging in all kind of activities and all, he was very comfortable. He was what he is. So
but you can't win India by becoming the Prime Minister of Kerala. to take off from what was just said. That you've got to, instead of investing in rebuilding the party in the north, you're building your base in Wayanad, where your principal opponent is your India ally, the left.
Rajdeep, yes, but these are not easy decisions. It's like, Prime Minister Narendra Modi contesting from Tamil Nadu. I don't think so. I don't think Prime Minister Modi believes or his party believes in any kind of bravado.
No, but Rahul could have taken Telangana, he could have taken Karnataka. Why take Kerala, the one state where your ally is from your India alliance?
Well, that would be a choice if you can.
Is this KC Venugopal telling him take a safe seat? Why not large minority population? And that also is seen as a factor. You're choosing a seat with a large minority population. It gives the BJP, and they did it in 2019, that you only want to contest a seat with a large minority population.
Rajdeep, what are you saying? Are you saying minorities are not? They're also as much as Indian. They're not Bangladeshis.
Sure, but it gives the BJP an opportunity to play on the seeming weakness of the Congress. That the Congress is only relying now on the minority vote.
No. Given a chance, I think the BJP would want to be very comfortable with minorities simply because they are also, bona fide voters governed by rule of law, constitution.
Okay. Rahul Verma, you agree that Rahul Gandhi did the right thing by picking Wayanad?
Depends on what the right thing means, right? Like if the right thing is just about getting a Lok Sabha seat, perhaps yes. If he thinks he can revive or make the party very, very strong in South, that's also right, as Rashid is saying that in southern India, and even this poll is saying that Congress is actually gaining in South.
No, not in South, only in Kerala. Where in the South? In Karnataka, BJP is doing well. In Andhra Pradesh, the TDP and the YSRCP.
In Telangana, Congress is doing well. In alliance with DMK, in Tamil Nadu, they would do well. So in that sense, it's not a bad decision. I think, should he look towards South as well as build the party in North? That's what a leader is supposed to do. Modi campaigns in North and South and East and West, right? If you want to be a national leader...
I think one of the key reasons, one-liner I would say, he lost Amethi because he went to Wayanad.
Yeah, well, what I was told is that they saw their polls in Amethi suggesting a very tough fight, possibly losing. They looked for a safe seat in the South and picked Wayanad. So it was almost like some kind of security which Rahul Gandhi was offered. That
no, but imagine if he's your main batsman and he's looking for a safe position.
Which is my point. You see, this is precisely my point, Rahul, that I would have, if you wanted to choose South, choose Karnataka, for example, a state. Where did Indira Gandhi go? Indira Gandhi went to Chikmagalur, went to Beda.
What is the safe seat for Karnataka, Congress in Karnataka?
No, Mr. Safe seat.
I have no doubt that there could be potentially safe seats, including potentially Chikmagalur. But so look at the projected vote share and seat share of the South, because Rahul, I think it shows the exact opposite of the North. The vote share in the South, as per the Mood of the Nation poll, NDA 23%, India 41%, others 36%. How does it add up in seats? NDA 27%. That's just a small dip from last time. Remember, BJP got 29 out of 130. India 76%. Slight up because of Telangana. Others 29%. But basically, you really have two Indias politically. You have the BJP dominant in North India, and you have India Alliance doing very well in South India. So whether we like it or not, there is a South-North political divide in this country. What implications that will have with delimitation is going to be a big question in a couple of years from now. Couple of years from now.
At this moment, we are focusing on what is the mood of the nation. Welcome back. You're with us on the India Today Mood of the Nation opinion poll. The results of this poll are already buzzing and trending in every state, from Andhra Pradesh to Telangana to Uttar Pradesh. Wherever we are going, a mini tsunami on social media, lots of posts being viral, exchanged. So that's good buzz to have. We now want to come to Rajdeep's home state of Maharashtra. He's already itching, getting out of his chair, all set to get you what should be quite shocking. No matter what you're thinking is happening, I think you'll be shocked by what Rajdeep's about to show you. Rajdeep.
We've gone to the north, we've gone to the south. But the best part of the country is when you're a West Indian. So I'm going to go as a West Indian, I've got to go to Maharashtra. And whoever thought Maharashtra would be one of the states which would see so much of chaos and instability in the last 5 years? We've had 3 chief ministers and plenty more in that state. What is the mood of the nation showing for Maharashtra, state that will have both Lok Sabha and later in the year Vidhan Sabha? NDA 40%. NDA 40%. So that's the BJP and the Shiv Sena into bracket Shinde. India 45%, which is 5% higher. 40 plays 45%, others 15%. And 45 is NCP Uddhav Sena as well as the Congress party. So 5% edge in Maharashtra to the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi. The opposition, the best news coming for the opposition after Kerala and Telangana is here in Maharashtra. This could be another big surprise therefore. How is it projected into seats? What is Yashwant Deshmukh C voter poll saying for Maharashtra? 26 out of 48 for the India Alliance. 26 out of 48. A huge jump because the NDA, which won 42 out of 48 last time, is down to 22. So if there's one state where the NDA is taking a big hit as per this poll compared to 2019, it's Maharashtra. And that perhaps explains all that's been happening in that state. Breakup of the Shiv Sena, breakup of the NCP, because Rahul, clearly here too the BJP knew this was the one state they were in trouble, which is why they have slightly narrowed the gap, but they're still behind here.
Yashwant, are you sure about your numbers for Maharashtra? Because they've taken a large part of the NCP, they've taken a large part of the Shiv Sena. If this is where things are at the end, then no matter what happens in this Lok Sabha election in the assembly, the BJP and what they have is going to face a very tough time. Why are we ending up with these numbers in your poll?
Rahul, out of the 140 crore people in India, is any damn person sure about Maharashtra as on today? I mean, let's be honest. People are confused, not just because of the previous mandate, the current mandate, people going here, people going there, parties being split, and now the symbols are with the people who did not form the party and with somebody else. So having said that,
it's a Maha mess.
It's a Maha mess. It's not Maharashtra, it's Maha mess at this point of time. And let me do a health warning as well on these numbers. Number one, on the voting intent, we have been asking for individual party and leader, Rahul. Which party or leader you are going to vote for, and then we have summed it up like, Uddhav Thackeray plus Sharad Pawar plus Congress and Shinde plus Ajit Pawar plus BJP. But what we do not know here, who is contesting from which seat and who is going to contest against that person from which seat, which party. What I can see, wherever the BJP tickets would be there, they would be sweeping like anything. Wherever the Ajit Pawar ticket and Shinde Sena ticket would be there, I doubt they will be sweeping in the same way. So the weakest link is on the both sides. On the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi side, the weakest link apparently is the Uddhav Thackeray Sena, followed by Sharad Pawar, and followed by Congress, and then the Sharad Pawar. So we don't know out of these 3 and 3, which permutation and combination is contesting whom on which seat. Unless we are sure of that, I think this is more of an...
Since this is your home state, Rajdeep, here's the concern that I have, just purely academically, right? Which is that will votes get transferred? In a poll, it's very difficult to capture that. But once you know, okay, it's GVL versus Rashid, then the equations change,
exactly
right?
The point. Yeah.
So right now, you don't know that. You're building this scenario on the basis of what respondents are telling you, but the respondent also doesn't know who's against
who. I will quickly tell you two contradictions, Rajdeep, before you say. I cannot see Uddhav Thackeray voter voting for a Congress or the NCP candidate. Similarly, I cannot see a BJP core voter voting for Ajit Pawar candidate. So there are contradictions on both sides.
I'll give you 2 quick points before you come. One, the fact is that this is an interesting state this year because you've got Lok Sabha followed by Vidhan Sabha 4 months later. And speaking to a number of Maharashtra politicians, they believe the stakes for themselves are much higher in the Vidhan Sabha. So you'll find a number, the Vidhan Sabhas which will be very competitive, seat by seat, and a lot of what Yashwant says will play out there. In the Lok Sabha, Rahul, even though the BJP appears prima facie down compared to 2019, I think, and Yashwant is right, the BJP will do well in its pockets of influence. They have strong pockets, especially in urban Maharashtra. The problem for the BJP is there is a general sense that you have struck opportunistic alliances and you have broken two parties which you were dead against.
But GVL, when I was speaking to top BJP leaders, their numbers were 40 plus. They think it's 40 plus. But a 5% lead for the India alliance, after all the todphod you've done, if this is where it is 22 versus 26, then it's obviously not the way you're calculating.
No, I certainly don't see the numbers the way the poll is predicted, Yashwant's poll. primarily because this is an election that Prime Minister Modi will be driving. People are voting for PM Modi. They are not voting for individual constituents. This is an election where you will see a massive swing. So anybody voting,
the premise which is also the reality of Maharashtra politics gets reflected in this poll is that BJP at this moment is not a pan-Maharashtra party. Modi might be a pan-Maharashtra phenomenon. BJP per se is not a pan-Maharashtra political party.
Even in states, Haryana, was Haryana a BJP state until 2014? Okay. Did BJP ever win a couple of seats in Haryana? No. But once Modi is on the scene, Prime Minister Modi ji, he is one who will drive the entire vote. Please give me the popularity ratings, because that will give you an indication.
Can I just explain?
If you have those numbers.
No, look, last time the BJP contested 25 seats, the Shiv Sena 23. And the BJP and Shiv Sena did extremely well, winning 42. Now what's going to happen is the BJP is going to put pressure on both the Shinde Sena and the NCP Ajit Pawar group to contest less. And the BJP will look to contest at least 30 and divide it. The Ajit Pawar's party is happy not to contest Lok Sabha. Their energies are on Vidhan Sabha. Similarly with Shinde Sena. So that might actually mean the BJP could contest more in the Lok Sabha. I think the worry is that there is genuine anger against the way governments have been broken, fallen on all sides, towards all politicians. So I think you will find Vidhan Sabha becoming a real battleground.
Yes.
Lok Sabha, the Modi factor does play out. Sharad Pawar clearly is weaker in a Lok Sabha election at the moment. He may not even be able to sort of, campaign as aggressively there as he would in a Vidhan Sabha, but he will hope for some sympathy. Uddhav Thackeray is hoping for sympathy, which may come in a Vidhan Sabha, may not come in a Lok Sabha. So Rahul, you could see Maharashtra in the space of 5 months having two very different verdicts. But, Madhu Yaksha Gaur, this is your good news. If there is one state where you need to perhaps invest more attention in the next few months is Maharashtra. And the feeling is typically the Congress is not seizing the opportunity. You're missing the opportunity to miss an opportunity. Many of your leaders are leaving, joining Ajit Pawar's faction. Milind Deora left to join Shinde Sena. Today, Baba Siddiqui, your MLA, former MLA from Mumbai, has left, is likely to join Ajit Pawar. So you're not holding on. You're the Kamzor Kadi.
Hopefully, your predictions may hold on to the leaders who are planning to leave, Rajdeep. But having said that, this has been expecting in Maharashtra, Rajdeep. I think various projections and studies we've done. And we've been very hopeful on Maharashtra because of this third pod, what Rahul says. It's not helping with the people's mood. Secondly, I give this credit to Prakash Ambedkar also joining INDA group can help also the Maharashtra Vikas Agdi to win more seats.
Rahul, how do you explain these numbers? The fact that you've got what seems on paper a strong alliance now with Ajit Pawar there, Shinde there, the other parties seem weakened, but they still have a 5% lead in this poll.
So with lots of caveats, because no one knows what's going to happen in Maharashtra, but if our thesis is right that people in Maharashtra are unhappy with the way parties have broken alliances, then the expectation would be that the turnout is going to get depressed, which means it depends who has the more cadre on the ground. So it doesn't matter where Ajit Pawar has gone or Uddhav Thackeray has gone. Who has which of these groups actually got the cadre on the ground? In a depressed turnout scenario, cadres on the ground will make sure that your core voters turn out and that group will have advantage.
Your sense, Amitabh?
See, actually, it's a khichdi. So nobody knows which party has the vote, but Shiv Sena and NCP have the symbol. Symbol plays a very important role in elections. That's number one. As you said, BJP will now bargain for a higher number of seats. So it will be able to win more and also transfer its votes to the SHS and the NCP candidates. Now it depends upon how much they have. However, the bad news for the India Alliance is that Congress becomes the #1 party of this India bloc, because it is the largest party today in the Vidhan Sabha and it will demand for the highest number of seats. And here is where the India bloc does not have a track record of elections, because they have not fought together, and the seamless transfer of votes will be between candidates is unlikely to happen.
But if they had any political smarts, the Congress and the India Alliance, Raj Chingappa, should now be doubling down where they see opportunity. Maharashtra, instead of frittering precious ammunition on states which are fallow ground, they should focus on where the land looks politically fertile for them. The problem is that's not how they're thinking. BJP is going state by state, seat by seat, candidate by candidate, plucking, and the Congress is trying to do some kind of an ideological revolution. At least Rahul Gandhi is attempting some kind of an ideological revolution here.
But I think the reverse is also true. The way the BJP and Mr. Modi is obviously party to these decisions has been picking up and splitting parties and everything else, and Rajdeep talked about it, doesn't do their image any good. And in Maharashtra,
but their calculation is image doesn't matter when it comes to voting. That's their brutal calculation.
If you are saying I'm taking you to a Viksit Bharat, I have cut corruption down, I am against dynastic politics, you have to then prove that on the ground.
Let GVL respond to that.
Let me just finish the argument. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I think it's a principled thing that happens. In Maharashtra, I have a feeling, Rajdeep could vouch, and he also expressed it, is I think there's a Marathi pride which you can define in some ways or the other, right? People must be truly fed up at the way these parties have behaved on that, the way they've split, completely cynical. How do you explain that when you want to take this nation to greatness and you're playing
let GVL respond to that.
They see people are very, very practical. Let me put it this way. People have great trust in Prime Minister Modi. They know he's the one who will deliver Viksit Bharat. And if he does not have the strength in a particular state to sweep that state, let him galvanize, get that support, because we want him to win. The people want him to win. People have trust in him.
No, sir, but can I ask you, you're saying people have faith in Modi. Point taken. But when Mr. Modi says there is a 70,000 crore scam in irrigation, points virtue to NCP and Ajit Pawar, 1 week later, Ajit Pawar joins you, what's the message? I was in Nashik, where a gathering which included RSS people were there, and they all said, sir, khoke ki rajniti hai. They openly said it. The word khoka has become a sort of common parlance on the street of Maharashtra. How does that lift the Prime Minister's image? If one moment you say there's corruption, next moment you tie up with the same corrupt person, how does it lift your image?
Let me tell you this, people understand there are some political compulsions. At the end of the day, you want Lord Krishna to win. You want Bhagwan Ram to win. There are some adjustments they will have to make in the interest of larger national good.
Sure, but have you gone too far? The point is,
no, I'm telling you, this is the Hindu psyche. This is
an important point that GVL Narasimha Rao makes, because when I was interviewing Dr. Jaishankar, and I've seen now several people say this, they talk about Bhagwan Ram, they talk about Hanuman, they talk about the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, and they talk about tactical compromises on the battlefield, which leads to the war being won. So this is something that we're seeing now quite a lot of, which is what he's talking about.
No, but then Rahul, with due regard, sorry for speaking out because it's my home state, I feel strongly. The fact is, where does it fit in with the kind of Ram Rajya that you talk about? What does it leave you with? Is this Ram Rajya that you tie up for Koketi Rajniti?
There is no politician in this country who represents the true political virtues than Prime Minister Modi. No Prime Minister, no Minister, no Chief Minister in this country can match even an iota of virtuosity of Prime Minister Modi. So what matters to them is Prime Minister's qualities. He is a man of total integrity.
No, so you're saying you can do all the wheeling and dealing on the ground, but the Prime Minister's image is not touched by it.
No, they know he's not making compromises. Party
but Rahul Verma, this is
local.
Yes, Rashid.
Yeah. I mean, by going by Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao's logic, BJP should be winning all 543 seats. If Mr. Modi is on a big ticket, he's there on Tamil Nadu also, he's there in Telangana also, he's there in all other states. I think, we must accept what Mr. Yashwant Deshmukh survey is projecting. We have gone through over 300 seats, and there is a kind of trend. This is a very interesting thing about what is the findings of Maharashtra. There are 4 states that were always, they are kind of, outliers, and they are giving something in favor of BJP. In case of Karnataka, in case of Maharashtra, there is a trend, and we will see.
No, Maharashtra is not Bihar, with the BJP. It's the other way around.
Precisely. So I'm saying there are 4 states that were very crucial in 2024. Even if the outcome is kind of well known that the BJP has an advantage and Mr. Modi is a favorite. 1 state is Bengal, other state is Bihar, 3rd state is Karnataka, and 4th state is Maharashtra. Now it is giving different kind of trends. I think we must accept what Mr. Yashwant Deshmukh is predicting. we cannot be finding faults with his methodology or, how it will shape in Maharashtra. We can't be having different
yes, Rahul, very quickly.
So, two points. Yes, in politics, all politicians and parties make these tactical calls. But these tactical calls are going to have cost in the long run. Indira Gandhi in 70s did a similar thing. At some point, it costed her party. Maybe, perhaps, when Prime Minister Modi is around, it won't cost. When he's not around, it may cost the party. So all parties face that cost. Second, throughout the survey, and Yashwant ji has to correct me on this, I have not seen a single state, except the smaller ones perhaps, where BJP is gaining votes from 2019 numbers. They're gaining seats. Even in UP, the votes are not basically...
They've got a slight bump, 53%.
Yeah, 50, so 51, 52. So in that sense, like in North, there are no big gains coming in terms of vote share, and even in South and West. So I think where perhaps Mr. Narasimha Rao can explain us that why, despite everything in these 5 years, BJP is not being able to...
And the interesting point about Maharashtra...
No, but I'm a little shocked by his argument. Listen, remember also that you are dealing 10 years of being in government.
Sure.
Look at Biden after 4 years. Look at Macron. Look at Trudeau. Here's a man who's been in power for 10 years. If he can retain his historic numbers, that's by itself is a superlative performance.
I think, Rahul, the point that you made about the 2 point or less, like somewhere they were leading by 60 points, now they are 58, 2 points. I understand your point. But what I learned from the experiment and result of Madhya Pradesh is that eventually it will be relative turnout, which will be playing 3-4% of jump just out of nowhere for the BJP, just by virtue of their supporters being more excited about going to the polls and Congress not being in a position as organizationally and resource-wise to pull their supporters. What happened in Madhya Pradesh is the
But I just want to make a small point which I think is important. Between 2014 and 2019, Rahul, Mr. Modi's popularity was so high that he was even able to pull his party in state elections where they were otherwise not the #1 party. BJP was not the #1 party of Maharashtra. It's after 2014, Mr. Modi pulls it up. 10-12%, they even do very well in state assemblies. After 2019, looks what starts happening.
What happened in December in the assembly elections?
Sir, just a minute. December, we can come back to December, but 2019 to 2024, 1 minute.
Rajdeep.
The BJP in Himachal Pradesh, in Haryana, in Jharkhand, even in Bihar, in state after state, Mr. Modi alone cannot pull up the state unit. Mr. Modi is still very popular in Maharashtra, but Maharashtra's own leaders, BJP own leaders, are not happy with the kind of compromises they've made to stay in power. Some stage, it may cost them in a Vidhan Sabha. I agree with you, Lok Sabha, it won't cost them because that becomes Modi versus who. But what happens in your state units? Therefore, Rahul Verma makes an important point. Will the BJP go the way the Congress did? After 10-20 years, because it makes these compromises.
You can wish that if you like.
No, he asked a question.
But you see, politics, what happens today doesn't influence voting patterns 20 years down the line. I think that makes no sense at all to me. Now, coming back to your question, Modi ji, he was able to pull several assembly elections initially, but you are saying subsequently he did not do so. Because, you see, once you have pulled an assembly election, the local performance and local leadership has to hold there. People will hold every government accountable.
You accept that?
Why not?
Okay.
I think.
So I want to press the pedal and go to Gujarat and Goa, and then we have to go to the east, and then we have the big national picture. So Gujarat comes up on your state next. I want to spend very little time here because it's one-way traffic as one-way traffic can be. I mean, it's like whoosh. There's no comparison. 62% vote share projected in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Gujarat. I mean, 6 out of 10 people, they just want
That's the highest so far in the country.
6 out of 10. And we're not even dealing with the smaller states like a Himachal or an Uttarakhand. In a big state like Gujarat, 62%. The Congress had 32% vote share. That's come down even further to 26, down 6 from the last time. Let's now come to seat shares. If you've got 62% vote share in a largely bipolar contest, I mean, you don't need to be Yashwant Deshmukh to do the calculation. You can do it yourself. It's 26 for the BJP in. They want their man back. They want their boy back. Like, he look at how hard he's working. A Gujarati fixing this country, we want him
If
back.
I was a Rajya Sabha BJP MP who was told to contest Lok Sabha, I'll say, मुझे गुजरात की सीट दे दो.
कोई भी दे दो.
कोई भी सीट गुजरात की दे दो, वडोदरा दे दो, गांधीनगर दे दो. GVL also is ready to contest from Gandhinagar. You see, that's the one state where every politician will feel a relative sense of security. I think Gujarat is a
There is little difference from contesting a Rajya Sabha and a Lok Sabha. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that a Lok Sabha...
As safe as
it appears the safest state for the BJP, Rahul, and I don't think there's much to discuss about that. Prime Minister Modi in Gujarat is, really, his popularity is at an all-time high in a way.
It's the true, like you were discussing parallels with American elections, like you've got along the coast and in mid-America, this very clear divide between Republican Democrat states. This is as Republican in Indian context as Republican.
And GVL made a point that don't look at what happens 20 years from now. But I just for a moment want to pause because one of the first elections I covered was 1990 Gujarat. And at that time, the BJP had to back the Janata Dal Gujarat of Chimanbhai Patel to prop him up to form a government. See where we've come 35 years later. We look at events today. If you make mistakes today, you pay a price for it 20 years from now. That decision of the way the Janata Dal Gujarat was eventually, the Congress propped it up for a while, destroyed the Congress in the long term in Gujarat. The Congress replaced a chief minister who had 150 seats in Madhav Singh Solanki. Can you imagine?
Right,
one of the
BJP replaced Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
No, but 150 seats, BJP replaced Shivraj Singh Chauhan with Modi as the dominant figure. That time, Rajiv Gandhi could never really sort of lift the party.
But Rajiv and the Congress didn't think so. See, that's
the mistake. So I'm saying politicians can make mistakes and therefore they must be conscious of the mistakes they make.
Let's come to Goa. Goa has 2 seats, north and south. This is where all of us hope to retire, at least Rajdeep and I hope to retire in Goa for sure. Okay, so here's Goa. Lovely state. 2 seats, 1 each is the calculation, north and south. 1 seat split between north and south.
North is clearly to the BJP. I'm presuming Yashwant
south
is giving
because
north.
there are more Christians over
the south, interestingly, if the AAP-Congress alliance works perfectly, and it has to work perfectly, it has half a chance. I still believe that the BJP will be very much in the race, even in the south. Percentage of Christians has gone down. One of the stories of our times, Christian population in Goa at the start of this century used to be 30% plus. It's now just over 20% and declining. So you actually, even in South Goa, will find it not so easy. Only a perfect Congress AAP alliance and no other third party like the Goa Revolutionary Party coming in gives them half a chance. I still believe advantage BJP in Goa in both the seats. That's the nature of Goa as well.
So let's look now at the projected seat share of the West and the projected vote share of the West. I'll start with the vote share projection. Axis My India predicts for the India Today group that the NDA would end up with 48% vote share if you aggregate the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Goa. The India Alliance at 38, a 10% gap here for the NDA. Converted into seats, the NDA is at 51, the India Alliance at 27, and why it seems that this is not as one way as the North is because Maharashtra is sticking out as the one state where the BJP's dominance is not quite what the BJP top leadership would like to believe.
But look at the story, Rahul, the Northwest monsoon. 154 in the North, 51 in the West. You're almost home and dry. Between the two, you're slightly below where you were in 2019. There you won 230 plus. You're slightly below because of Maharashtra in particular, but you're still almost there.
400 par kaise hoga?
We haven't come to the east. We haven't come to the east. We haven't shown the big picture there. So that's just we're halfway through this show. So we'll slip into a break. When we come back, we'll show you what's happening in the east of India, and then there is the big national picture. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome, I'm Sahil Joshi. Now I'm at the Mumbai seafront. We can see here the Mahim Fort and also the Bandra Worli ceiling, the most iconic locations in Mumbai.
Because the people have reposed confidence in Bharatiya Janata Party and NDA.
And Eknath Ji Shinde has done what the people wanted. People wanted Shiv Sena and BJP together, as we have been together for 25 years.
It is only the MLAs who have defected. It is not the people who have defected.
How is Ajit Pawar like-minded party with the BJP?
The way it worked in line with the expectation of the people, and that's why we are confident of our victory.
If you are so confident about 370 votes and 400 for NDA, why do you want all other alliances with you? Why do you want all small parties with you?
वो washing machine से धुल गए, ये कमल detergent में सब धुल जाते हैं.
We are shifting our focus to Gujarat.
Confidence in the people's mandate is very, very certain.
The youngsters have come in and they have taken the major positions in Gujarat. I feel things will be very different.
In Gujarat, if you ask any Congress leader, but they're all demotivated in Gujarat purely because they know they are going to lose.
Election of 2024 will be an election of Modi versus Mudda.
Our phones are buzzing, multiple politicians, their well-wishers, supporters across states calling, wanting to know something on the site. There's no sideshow happening. If you want to know what the numbers are, stay tuned to our coverage on India Today as we